about this one.
It is, man. You know, the names of Kelly Slater, Travis Pastrana, Tony Hawk. Imagine back in the day when they were at their height, and you're like, man, I would love to bet when they're in a big surf competition down in Kauai. Yeah, I'm name dropping down in Hawaii. Travis Pastrana going big air at the X Games. Or you want to go Tony Hawk? Is he gonna break off this 900? Yeah, I know my stuff still, and don't be surprised over there. I was big back in the X Games.
That's what you playing the Tony Hawk game from like 2005.
Hey, I was biking back in the day. Dave Mirra, I had the pegs on the bike. If you didn't have pegs on the bike, you weren't living back in the day as a kid. That's what you need to be doing out there. So this allows you to be able to, you know, jump into here. I mean, I would, like you said, with ESPN Plus, ESPN Ocho, and then now, you know, everything's kind of on ESPN Plus. I had no idea there is a e-scooter league, legitimate e-scooter racing, like Formula One drama type stuff. Yeah, and they're doing Grand Prix style racing, and there's a big market for it, or it's an emerging market. So I think this is a little bit ahead of its time right now, especially for fully from I'll say a consumer reception standpoint. Only because, not saying that it's not good, saying it's still ahead of its time, which means I think you can still work out some of the kinks as these sports are starting to kind of reemerge and take the center stage again. Because imagine throwing this out there when X Games was at its peak, and it's not, and the product wasn't, you know, say officially ready for the platform for, you know, millions of people to start hitting it. Now you can have this rolled out right. X Games, you have skating's really starting to skateboarding specifically starting to get back up there, like you mentioned again. The prominence of these alternative sports getting more plug and play on the major networks. So they're at it's before it's time, but it's going to hit it at the right moment, like what they got going on here with Alt Sports Data.
What was the black dude that would do the X Games? You remember his name?
Yeah, I'll say remember when Sway Calloway, shout out, by the way, he just got vindicated today because Kanye said Sway had the answers. But they honestly, because they both were interviewers, when Sway was on like TRL and had the dreads, and they both had like the dudes dreaded up, and then like I always remember they were all kind of, they was like, oh, he kind of looks like Sway. I don't remember his name, but I don't even, he still might be doing it. Be honest with you, I don't know, but he was the guy.
He was like the guy. Yeah, he was. I also want to say, I feel like Sway was also on some of the broadcasts.
He could have been. I mean, Sway was doing it. I love Sway Calloway for what he's done in the broadcasting game, in the radio game. But he was everywhere from TRL. He probably was maybe a couple of X. I have no idea, but
because MTV, I think at that time had they did some of the X Games stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that would make sense, right? And then when it went to ESPN, the other dude came in.
Yeah.
They're like, we need a Sway lookalike.
Yeah. We can't take your contract over here with Sway. We got to keep it with MTV, but this is what we got.